trading at its best.
I am Mike Swanson. I've been trading the markets for a decade now, for 10 years, and been teaching traders for about half that time, for about 5 years. So I've built a lot of different systems and strategies. I've mentored a lot of people, taught a lot of students, so I've got a lot of things to share with you guys. And today, I'm going to be teaching you about trading with pending orders. And the reason I'm going to be talking about this one today is I just did get an update out for my tool Informer that we'll go over together. And so I'm going to show you how to use that and how to use pending orders. So first we'll be talking about what is a pending order. And then we're going to take a look at the order types. There's a couple different order types when you place a pending order. And we'll then look at using my trading tool, Informer. So let's go ahead and dive in. What is a pending order? Well, a pending order is set for opening a position. So it's not going to be placed immediately into the market. What happens is you put in a request to buy or sell as soon as the price reaches the as soon as the pair reaches the price you specified on the order. So you're going to put in a price, whether you want to buy or sell, and when the market moves to that price, it will then put you into the market. So that way, if you're not quite ready to get in, or you're trading, a breakout, news trading, or other kinds of strategies, you can put in these orders and walk away and let them enter you into the market at the price that you want. Okay, so we'll be looking at some strategies on that a little bit, and but before we do that, let's talk about the 4 different order types. First one you have when you're buying is a limit order. Okay, so some traders confuse limit orders with the take profit for a trade. So this is different. We're talking about a buy limit pending order. So this is where you buy when the ask price moves up to the specified order price. Okay? I just realized this is backwards. Let's fix that real quick. Okay. Just want to make sure we got this right because it can be a little bit confusing. Okay. Fortunately, I'm going to show you my tool that makes it so you don't even have to think of how this all works. But I want you guys to know. So a buy limit it means you're buying at a better price. You want to buy at a better price means you're going to buy when the ask price moves down to the specified order price. Okay, you're buying at a better price when it moves down. A buy stop is where you buy when the ask price moves up to the specified order price on your pending order, telling the market you want to buy at a worse price, and those are typically used for breakout trades. When the market's moving up through a resistance level, you would use a buy stop order to enter that price. Okay, then you have a sell limit. So it's the same way, just for sell orders, a limit you're going to sell at a better price. Well, a better price is above the bid. So you're going to sell when the bid price moves up to the specified order price. And then the last one we have is a sell stop, and this means you're going to sell at a worse price. So that's again used for breakout trades for sells. You use a sell stop order. So you would sell when the bid price moves down to the specified order price. Okay, so now that you understand the 4 different types of orders that you can use when you're trading, let me go ahead and show you the easy way. I'm going to show you my trading tool, Informer, and I'll give you the link to download it if you haven't already. And I've made it so you don't really have to think of all those different order types when you're placing trades. So let me show you how this tool works. Okay, so when you download this tool, you can go into over here to the quote board. Well, first you'll add your account. By default, you'll just have a default price feed. But you'll want to first go into Accounts, Add or Edit Account, and click down here on Add Account. And you're going to specify your broker. And it's set up right now for MetaTrader brokers. So you'll choose a MetaTrader broker that you want to trade with. And if it's not listed, you'll just want to come down here, click on leave a suggestion or shoot us an email, and we'll add it for you. It's not a problem. But we've got quite a few listed already in here. So you'd come in and grab your broker. You'd specify the server that they gave you for your account. You'd put in a nickname that you want to come up with for the account number, password, and then that's it. You'd leave the rest there, hit log in, and save. Once you have that, you will then have a quote board. Okay, and in here you can specify the symbols you want to trade. If you want to show them all, you can just right-click on the account, say Show All. Okay, and once you have those up, you can double-click here. Let's say I wanted to go place a pending order on the Australia dollar. I'll just double-click here, and a new order window will show up. Okay, and what I can do now is just click on the pending order checkbox, and all it's going to ask you for is the price that you want to enter at. And you'll notice as soon as you do that, watch right here next to the sell button and the buy button. It says it'll put in let's move the price, it'll put in limit and stop depending on what price you have here. So if I move this price, if I move the bid below, my pending order price below, now it became a sell stop. And this one became a buy limit. It's doing that automatically for you. If I move the price up, now it switched them. Now this one became a sell limit, and this one's a buy stop. So that's what I call, this is the easy way, because you don't have to figure out what type of order to put in. You just tell it what price you want to enter and hit your buy or sell button, and it'll do the rest. And also at the same time, you can put in your stop and target, whether you want to put it in as the price or the amount of pips. And so let's just do an example here. Let's put in, let's just go say 20 pips stop, 20 pip target. I'll come over here on my Open Trades tab for that account, and I can demonstrate how this works. So if I wanted to sell when the price moves, let's move this up, say 10 pips. Let's change that to 41.4. Okay, so if I want to sell when the price moves up, it's going to put in a sell limit order for me, and I can put in a 20 pip stop and target. Okay, so there it went. It's got a sell limit. It's got my lot size that I put in, or I can use my money management options here, but it's put all those details in for me. Then if I want to modify it, I can just right-click Modify or double-click Modify, and I can change the entry price if I want to move it up 10 more pips. If I want to move my stop, I can adjust all these things and hit OK, and it'll modify my order for me. And you'll see these little messages too that show up at the bottom. It's just letting you know if there was an error or if it was successfully modified. You'll see those pop up at the bottom of your monitor. So that's pretty easy, right? Now the nice thing is you don't have to change anything if you wanted to buy at that price. If I want to buy when the price moves up, with like a breakout at 90.41, I could hit the buy stop button here, and it went ahead and put the same order information in, but it put in the correct stops and targets for that type of order. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward when you use our tool. Now you can have multiple windows up too. There's all kinds of things you'll be able to play around with when you download this, but you can have another order window up. Maybe if you have two accounts, for example. I've got two accounts added here, so let me go into my symbol list, and I'll make sure I've got, let's just turn on like the Australia CAD on this one. Okay, so there's that. I can have that account up and ready to trade over here, or I can have another pair set. Okay, so it's really nice. It makes it so you can trade more efficiently, just having everything ready to go and your pending orders ready, or your market orders, scaling. And there's all kinds of stuff you'll find when you download this. So let me get you the download link, and then we'll go over some charts and kind of show you some ways you could be using this tool. So you can download this tool if you haven't downloaded it already. We just pushed out an update, so we have automatic updates built in. So it should have popped up and asked you if you want to run the update, and it'll instantly do that for you, and you'd have this new version, which is we can look here real quick. It is, you come down here to About, version 1.0.5.5. So if you're ever not sure, if you're not sure you have the current version, you can click here, check for updates, and that'll manually check for you and let you know if you have the latest version or not. Okay, but when an automatic update comes out, it'll just pop up and tell you if you want to do it, and it does it all for you. So there's that link. I'll post it in the chat, TradeWestForex.com/informer. So I'll post that here so you can click it. Okay, so when you click that link, it will take you over here to, I'll show you the page, takes you over to the download page. Depending on your browser, it'll show you how it's going to kind of look. So this one's showing me on Firefox. I just hit Save File. Once you save it, go ahead and run it, and it will install in a few seconds, and you'll be up and running. And like I say, the first step, once you've downloaded it, will be to add an account. Okay, so by default, here's what it's going to look like. You're going to have a default price feed account, default FinFX. So I'll show you this real quick. So it's going to come up like this with all of these default symbols. So you can't trade these. Everything's going to be grayed out. It's just a price feed account. But you can go ahead and go into you can go ahead and add your account. And I've showed you that. You just go into Accounts, Add or Edit Account, and then click on Add Account. Once you add it, you'll be able to trade your accounts on this tool, and not just with pending orders, but with market orders as well. And then, like I say, you'll just go into your quote board, and you can turn off all the defaults if you don't want those there anymore. You can just go in here, right-click Default, Hide All, click on one of your accounts, and start choosing the pairs that you want to trade. Or you can turn them all on if you want. Okay. And you can set alerts. There's all kinds of stuff. I'm going to be shooting out a welcome video that kind of walks you through all the different features on our platform. We've got charting coming soon and all kinds of other things that you'll see if you click the Coming Soon tab. But if you want to get up to speed on some of this stuff, just go ahead and visit the blog. We have a lot of training on the blog, including this one. It'll be posted there as a replay. That's TradeWestForex.com/blog. So I'll post that here in the chat as well. TradeWestForex.com/blog. Okay, and on there, I'll show you really quick what you can find there. Okay, this is where we post the replays. So we do record these events, and we usually push them out on Monday with the blog post, kind of summarizing what we talked about, the download links and things like that. It's all at TradeWestForex.com/blog. So if you want to learn how to use, for example, the market sentiment, you can go in and find these posts where I taught about counter trend trading, false breakout strategy. I think we've got why technical analysis doesn't always work, how to avoid stop hunts. You can learn how brokers stop hunt. So there's all kinds of stuff on the blog. You guys can go ahead and check that out. Really, let's do one last thing before we go into the Q&A, is let me bring up some charts, and I'm going to kind of demonstrate how you might use this pending order feature with a strategy. Okay, so here is a strategy I've been working on, an indicator I'm putting together that I'm testing that would actually utilize pending orders very well. So the way this strategy would work is it's kind of like a breakout strategy. We have this box that would appear, and you might have a similar strategy that does this, but if you have something that tells you to buy at a certain price that's away from the market, you can use this pending order feature, okay? So let me show you here how that would work. So if I'm over here on the pound dollar, I can go ahead and select, let me go add my symbol on that one. Go into my symbols, add the pound dollar. Okay, and so that's for my demo 1. So there's my pound dollar now. I can have my pending order window here set up, or my trading window set up with the pending order checked off. And let's go over here to the current price. Let's see if there's anything. I'm not going to see anything at the current price, but basically, let me just show you what this would look like. Okay, when this little box was here, the price wasn't there yet. Okay, none of this red candle that you're seeing existed. Okay, the price was still sitting right. Let's go ahead and draw on here. The price was still sitting right here when that little box appeared. None of that candle had moved down yet. So if the price was sitting right there and I was trying to sell right here, that would be a pending order that I could put in. Rather than watching the price and waiting for it to get there and potentially missing out on that fast move, a pending order would have put it in for me. Okay, so I would have said, okay, that price is roughly 6,400. So all I would have to do is say I want to sell at 6,400, and I would click the sell stop button. Okay, and you'd see that it would go ahead and put in a pending order to sell at that price. Now also, since I know where my stop is going to want, where I want the stop to be, I could just put that price in. So that's 64.85. So I can either put in the pips, or I can change this to I'm selling and put in 64.85. And my target, I could either put in my target or watch that one. But for this one, I could say I just want first target at 63.69. So I'd have all those details set up. I'd hit sell stop, and it would put that pending order in for me. Okay. Now another thing I didn't show you yet is you can delete the pending order here. You just click that little X. And also, when you're modifying it, you can put in an expiration date on it. Okay, so I could go in here and specify the date. Say I want it to delete in 24 hours, for example. I could, I could choose, or maybe the end of the day today. Maybe I don't want to be in the market when the Friday close comes. So I would just specify that time. I'd hit OK, and then what it would do is, if the price does not reach your pending order price before that expiration time, it would delete the order for you. Okay, so that's an example of how you could use it for breakout trading. Now another way you can use it for limit orders, where the price goes in your favor or pulls back for a buy trade, for example, is you could use a support level that you maybe want to trade a support bounce. So let me give you an example of that. I've taught a strategy in the blog and in the weekly webinar called the Simple Trading Strategy, and that uses two moving averages. I'm not going to go over that full strategy right now, but we'll just bring it up really quick and show you how you could use pending orders with it. Okay, so that uses a 34 EMA and a 200 EMA. Okay, so the way this would work, if I'm above that 200, I'm going to buy, and I'm going to buy when it pulls back to the 34. Okay, so right here, let's go forward and show you this as if we didn't know what was going to happen. Okay, so if you were right here in the market, knowing that if the price pulled back to here, you were going to buy, what would you do? Well, you'd check what that price is. You'd say, okay, that's 64.30. You could come over here on your tool. You'd specify your pair that you're on. We're on the pound again here, so we'd go pound dollar, and I would just put in that 64.30, and I would hit buy limit. I could put in my stops and targets and all that, or just leave those open and just come back and modify it once I'm filled. But I'd hit buy limit, and there you go. I'd have my limit order ready to go, and then as price moved along here, when it came down to 64.30, I'd be in the market. Okay, so right there, it hit 64.30, I would be entered on a buy trade, and I wouldn't have had to be there. So this is nice for those of you that have jobs or you can't watch the markets full time. You can use these pending orders so you don't miss out. I mean, look how fast that one came in. You'd be into a buy trade, immediately it pops back up, and you're up over 100 pips, and you didn't even have to be there. So that's what pending orders are for. I know I got a lot of people that were already using my tool, and we just did this update, and they're really excited to see it because one comment was this person said they use pending orders 90% of the time. So if you're that trader that just doesn't want to be there watching the price, pending orders is really going to help you. So hopefully this lesson has helped just to understand pending orders, and hope you'll download this tool, and I know it'll make your trading a lot easier. And I'm sure I'll have some more strategies for you in future webinars where I can teach you, a full process for pending orders, from start to finish on how to use it in your trading. But this will get you started. You can get that tool downloaded over at TradeWestForex.com/informer.